It ain't my truck or dirty dog that don't apply to me. It's all my goddamn hobbies don't recognize what I see. Comic books, movies, and all this streaming crap. 'Cause all my hobbies suck now. Gonna throw it all in the trash.
Hello and welcome back to Surly Tim's. Now this one covers my books from my monthly hauls for May of 2024. This time I went to the shop and my newest issue of G.I. Joe was not in my file, but there was an issue of Cobra Commander number 4, which, like most of the Image Skybound projects, this one has continued to live up to my expectations. After his search for Energon succeeds, Cobra Commander discovers that he's been set up by Lord Calavulus of Cobra Law, after his handler rescues him from the Dreadnoughts, only to attempt to end his life. This is when Cobra Commander begins his journey towards building his terrorist organization, Cobra. Only one more issue to go, and that one will lead into the new 5-issue miniseries Destro that is going to be released later this summer. Conan the Barbarian number 10, the second issue in this story arc from Titan Heroic Signatures, where Conan finds himself side by side with Cole, and the team of Jim Zub and Robert Delatorre continues to draw me in. I'm loving this title, although the Alan Quall cover was a little lackluster in my opinion. Universal Monsters, Creature from the Black Lagoon Lives, number 1, and another Image Skybound project. I'm a die-hard Universal Monsters fan, but I was hesitant to read this one, because I knew that I'd be extra critical of the title. The creature is my favorite Universal monster. The team of Matthew Roberts and Dave Stewart did a good job, but I know that I won't be snagging the rest of the series, due to the $5 price point, though I may see if the trade is more affordable, and if not, I'll just add it to the list of books that I'll look for in discount boxes much later. Dick Tracy number 1. Until I looked through the April issue previews, I had never noticed the Mad Cave label before, and when I called to request the title be added to my file, I was told that issue number 1 had already hit the shelves. Now, I've been a Dick Tracy fan for decades, but must admit that my knowledge of the character is limited to the materials that I've been lucky enough to find, such as the 90s movie, the Ralph Bird movies and serials, and some strips that I've been lucky enough to read, such as the Max Allan Collins work. But this book by Alex Segura, Michael Morisi, and Geraldo Borges is an amazing crime-fighting story, and the inclusion of the Dick Tracy character is the icing on the cake. I'm really looking forward to this addition to the Dick Tracy mythos, and hopefully it keeps the same feel because I'm all in. The Energon Universe number 1. I'm still a little jaded, what with the free comic book version and all, but I think that the stories could have worked better as previews in the back of the regular titles. I gotta say that this is the one book from Image Skybound that was not needed, but I'm not going to let that taint my opinion of the Energon Universe project. Fantastic Four number 19. So far my favorite Fantastic Four story in years. The crime noir themed plot and alternate reality story was brilliant and I enjoyed it thoroughly. This has been a great series for the entire run. Savage Sword of Conan number 2. Since Titan Heroic Signatures acquired the rights to print the Howard properties, I've continued to be drawn into these books, and glad that Jim Zub has been at the helm of most of these projects, and with this issue the art of Richard Pace captures the mood of Zub's story. Pace's art looks like old etchings, and it feels right. And Patch Zerker's Solomon Kane backup is as good as the first issue's offering, and has got me hooked and looking for more of the same. Space Ghost number 1. I was so happy to see that Dynamite had acquired the use of this property, because the creative teams of the past that have tackled these characters haven't really paid much attention to Jan and Jace and their origins, but this time they do, and I know that I'm all in on this project. Thundercats number 3. Another Dynamite project. I've got mixed emotions about this one, but I'm also not a die-hard fan and have limited knowledge of its history. But the creative team of Shalvey and Moss have captured what I remember to be the spirit of the property. This one was one that I reconsidered due to my personal comic book budget, but I would suggest it to anyone that digs cartoons from the 80s. Transformers number 8. 8 issues in, still holding strong. Soundwave leads his fellow Decepticons to their ship, which had crash-landed in the Pacific Ocean, following his defeat of Starscream. RC adopts Carly as her Iron Apprentice, while Optimus and the remainder of the Autobots prepare to battle on the Decepticons' home turf. The Transformers title continues to be one of my favorite books every month, and it continues to amaze me that Hasbro titles sit at the top of the charts. But thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.